For a lot of people, smartphones are a part of their everyday life. Checking email, news, weather, sports highlights, and browsing and creating content on social media. But can constantly picking up our phones have a negative effect on us? I recently watched the Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma, and it got me thinking about how much I use my phone and how many times I pick it up per day. Are people on their phones too much? And should we be trying to reduce how many times we pick up our phone per day? I asked my friend Aries if he would be interested in tracking his phone use and participating in a challenge. Hey Aries.
Oh, hi.
So I recently just watched this documentary called The Social Dilemma. So I went to go check my own screen time, and I was really surprised. I didn't think I was on my phone that much. I didn't think I had that many pickups. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
So, I will ask you, can you go check your screen time? How many pickups do you have?
74.
74. Okay. Does that number surprise you?
Not really, honestly. I'm on my phone a decent bit.
How would you feel about trying to bring that number down?
I don't know. Because, I'm on my phone a decent bit, but maybe bring it down a bit, I guess.
Okay. Well, I am going to challenge you to try to reduce your number of pickups. Let's check back in a week and see how you did.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Just so we're clear, Aries has agreed to participate in our challenge to try to reduce his average number of daily pickups. The challenge will last for 4 weeks, and at the end of each week, we'll check back in with Aries to see how many daily pickups he averaged.
Okay, so this is the day after Isabelle challenged me to that challenge, and honestly, I feel like it hasn't been that hard yet, at least right now. Cause I feel like I've been doing pretty good, not on my phone and stuff.
I'm interested to see how Aries does, and what tracking his numbers will tell us. I'm also curious to see what an expert has to say about our challenge and cell phone pickups in general.
Well, it's really a good idea to try to be conscious of when you're using screen devices, especially with phones, because of course it's so easy to just take it out of your pocket whenever you have a spare moment, whenever you're bored, whenever you have a little time to kill. But of course that can turn into a really bad habit, and then you find yourself doing it when you're with your family or when you're with your friends or when you're supposed to be doing something else.
So I challenged my friend Aries to try and reduce his number of pickups, and we would check back each week and see how he did. But I was wondering, do you have any tips or tricks for him to help him try and reduce his pickups?
The most important thing when we're trying to reduce screen use is to become aware of the patterns in which we use screen devices. So we want to think about when we're using it. We want to think about why we're using them. The easiest one is just to, every time you take out your phone, say out loud why you're doing it. So before you turn on your phone, say, I'm going to check my email because I'm expecting an email from so-and-so. It's that because is important, because if you're honest with yourself, a lot of the time you'll say, well, I'm going to go on Instagram because I'm bored, or because I want to know if anyone has liked my photos. And that's going to make you a lot more conscious of the times and the reasons why we're using it.
Most smartphones record how many times we pick them up and provide people with a daily average over the course of a week. Let's see how Aries did in his first week. Hey Aries.
Hi.
So before we check your screen time, I was wondering, how do you think you're doing with the challenge so far?
I think I started off good. The few days in the middle, I think I was slacking a bit, but I feel like I've done pretty decent. I feel like I can do better, but I feel like I did decent.
Okay, that's good. So, yeah, let's check your screen time.
Pickups this week, it's 69.
So, did that number go up or down?
It went down.
I guess I'll see you another week and we can see how you did then.
Okay.
All right, bye.
See ya.
Okay, so Aries is supposed to check in with me once a week, but full disclosure, him and I are friends, so I do see him at school and we text each other sometimes. Check out the text he just sent me. Sounds like this might be harder than you thought.
I've got 85 average pickups, daily pickups.
All right. And so did that go up or down?
I think it went up a bit.
And how did that affect you?
I feel like I was a lot less productive, I guess, this week than I was the week before.
Okay, so I'm about to go check in with Aries. I did see him this week, and without going into too many details, he didn't seem too optimistic about his numbers. But let's just go see how he did. Hey, Aries.
Hi.
How do you think you did this week?
Awful.
Awful, why?
I don't know. I feel like I was just on my phone a lot more than the weeks before.
All right, well, I guess let's go check your screen time and see how much you've actually been on your phone.
Okay. So, the daily pickups, I had 83 this week. I honestly had a lot of free time where I was on my phone, and I guess I wasn't doing as much.
So last week I spoke with an expert from MediaSmarts, and he was giving me some tips on how to reduce your number of pickups. And I thought since this was your last week of the challenge, I would give you some. He said to say out loud whenever you pick up your phone, and like say out loud the reason that you're picking up your phone. So if I was to check the weather or something, I would say, okay, I'm going to check the weather. I do that and continue on. Could you try and use that tip this week?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that would help out a lot.
The challenge is officially over, and I'm about to go check in with Aries. I'm excited to see if our tip helped him this week. So last week, I gave you a tip to try and help you reduce your number of pickups. Did you use it?
Yeah.
You did? And how did that go?
Having to say it every time I picked up my phone was a little rough, but
Mm-hmm.
it was all right. I think it helped a tiny bit.
All right, that's good. So for the last time, let's check your numbers.
It's 71.
71. All right, so what do you think of that?
I think it's not too bad. I brought it down from last week.
Do you feel like this challenge helped you notice anything about your habits with your phone?
Yeah, it made me realize that like there's a lot of times in the day where I'm just like I could do something, but like I just sit on my phone, I pick it up, and I guess I almost get like pulled into it, and then I sit on my phone for a little bit longer instead of just putting my phone down and doing whatever I was supposed to be doing.
So I'm going to take these results to our expert over at MediaSmarts. Bye.
Okay. See ya.
And I wouldn't really get hung up on the number necessarily, because a lot of it does depend on why you're using it, when you're using it.
In the final week, we gave Aries your tip, and his numbers did drop significantly. What does that tell you?
That mindfulness makes a bigger difference than just trying to reduce things. And certainly that's one of the things that you do see around other kinds of interventions, that when you make a broader change in your lifestyle, when you're not just focused on a single goal or focused on a single number, when you're actually trying to be more thoughtful about it, when you're actually trying to change the underlying things that are driving the behavior you want to change, then you do get better results. And so becoming more conscious about our media use is going to have, in the long run, and sometimes the short run too, better results than just trying to reduce it.
So even though Aries was able to reduce his pickups, according to Matthew Johnson from MediaSmarts, it's the awareness that Aries developed about his phone that's more important than his actual number. So whether you pick up or put down, the important thing is to think about why you're on your phone and what you're doing with it. Do you want to try our pickup challenge? If so, share your experience with us at CBC Kids News at cbc.ca. I'm Isabelle MacNeil for CBC Kids News, and I gotta put my phone down now. Bye!